I remember at one festival, it might have been Earth Frequency or Rainbow Serpent, but yeah, I was giving a talk. It was a mixed group, but I was speaking to the men. Actually, first I said to the women, how many of you women here are in women's groups of some kind, women's circles? And I'd say about half, put up their hands. And again, I think I might have been around Melbourne or one of these places, but and then I asked the men, how many men are in men's groups? Nobody put up their hand, not one man. I mean, this was about 8 or 9 years ago, so it's probably changed a bit, but no men put up their hand. And one guy in the back actually goes, "What would we talk about?" Which I thought was just such a good, right? There's this like, what? Why would he even do that? Right? It was just so beyond the beyond. But I was trying to make the case. I was like, well, you know what? There could be some real value in doing that. And, again, I think I've seen different men's groups popping up now in Australia and everything. So they're doing some good work. But yes, there's a kind of willingness to be defeated that is required. And I say this as, the hero in the archetypal framework is an adolescent archetype, right? And it's in many ways you could say the dominant culture right now is stuck at the hero, right? Because we either have the hero of the kind of lone individual, man striving and achieving, a bit like Andrew Tate, sees himself as a hero, or we have the shadow hero, which is the tyrant, right? Which is, again, they think they're doing the good, right? But they're actually, causing a lot of harm. And so again, but it's still an adolescent psychology because of the lack of rites of passage and the, necessity of actually to move along consciousness to properly find its place for men. But in that adolescence, there's a sense of I can do it all myself, right? And so this is what I mean by actually men's work really begins with the willingness to be defeated and to actually say, wow, I actually can't do it all on myself. And so I call men's work the League of Failed Heroes.